And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second quarter of tonight's game between the Gillen Dutchmen and the Schenectady Patriots. Gillen currently with a 4-point lead, leading 13-9, with many baskets by Mike Wine and some great plays by Andrew Bowery and Antonio Leah. As we start the second quarter, Mike Henderson brings it up the court, gets it to Marianopolis. Marianopolis to Henderson. Henderson trying to drive in, gets it out to Wine. Wine slowly going in, trying to see where the defense goes. Henderson to Green, back to Wine.
Great ball movement by the Dutchman.
And down to about 10 seconds, Marianopolis trapped in the corner with a nice pass to Henderson. Gets it out to Leah for three, just misses it. And it is picked up, and with some nice defense by Antonio Leah, gets a jump ball. It will remain Schenectady ball, but great defense by number 34, Antonio Leah.
Another great hustle play by Antonio, really making his mark on this game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We saw him before in the first quarter, threw it off the leg of De Jesus to keep it for the Dutchman. And so Schenectady brings it up by number 2, Gary Haggery. And they get it down into the corner to Riles. And a nice basket by number 3, Deshaun Fortune.
Fortune ends the 5-0 drought the Patriots had and puts this at a 2-point deficit.
Henderson at the top of the key, gets it to Wine. Wine to Marianopolis. Marianopolis drives in but can't quite find a room. Wine to Henderson. Henderson gets it back out to Wine with a deep three. Can't quite get it, and it is picked up by Haggery. Gets it to Jenkins, and Jenkins brings it up the floor.
Wine trying to test his curry range on that play and couldn't quite get it to go.
Fortune on the outside, guarded by Wine. Dribbling around, gets it back to Haggery. Haggery guarded by Henderson. Haggery trying to find a play, gets to the outside, driving on Henderson. Tries to get it back out to Fortune, but goes to Jenkins.
Patriots look to tie it up here.
And with a nice play by Mike Henderson, takes the charge for the Dutchman, and and Schenectady will turn it over.
That's a great play by Mike Henderson, and the first foul by guard Gary Haggery.
He's a guy who fights hard, will do everything for this team, and it looks like he'll be subbed out. Looks like for number 21, Quinn Ryan, the junior who had a really nice year last year and continues to do that for the Dutchman.
Stephen Warren, also the senior, also checking into the game.
Ryan back out to Warren. Warren gets it to Wine. Wine dribbling on the outside. Tries to go to the key, kicks it back out to Warren. Ryan in the corner, gets it to Marianopolis. He goes baseline, back out to Ryan for three, and he sinks it, going with a 5-point lead and a fantastic shot by Quinn Ryan.
Ryan, a very capable three-point shooter with a great play there.
He's been known to have a lot of great three-point shots, as we see Schenectady bring it back up the court. Jenkins getting it to number 15, Lamar Fisher. Getting it back out to Haggery. And looks like Haggery pushed on the play. And looks like fouled by Stephen Warren. That'll be his first foul. And that was the last play by Quinn Ryan. When he's open, he is absolutely deadly from behind the arc.
Cameron Coles checks back into the game for the Patriots and has been one of the leading scorers here for Schenectady in the early going.
Tyrone Jenkins on the outside, gets it to Fortune. Fortune on the outside, trying to drive in on Warren, gets it back out to Jenkins for three, and he sinks it. Back-to-back threes, one for each team, and it is back to a 2-point lead for the Dutchman.
Jenkins, very capable player, 6'5", and can get the tough points inside, but also has some range. Really versatile.
And a crazy cross-court pass by Warren to Wine, Wine to Green. Quinn Ryan trying to drive in. He's at the top of the key, gets it to Warren. Warren to Marianopolis. He drives in but gets it back out. Ryan for three again, just misses it, just short, picked up by number 4, Cameron Coles. Coles brings it up the court. And to number 24, John Riles from way downtown, and Schenectady is back in the lead.
Riles having some big plays. He had that huge dunk early and then hits the long three to take the lead for the Patriots.
Marianopolis gets it to Green. Green with a nice jump shot. And Gillen with back on top, 18-17.
Green, the center for the Dutchman, but also has a nice jump shot. Hit a few of those the other night against CBA and hits one here to take the lead.
Jenkins just missed, picked up by Kevin Green, and Ryan brings it up the court. Quinn Ryan trying to dribble around Jenkins. Gets it to Marianopolis. Marianopolis goes baseline, blocked, but still gets it back out to Wine. Wine resetting the play.
Dutchman look to score here.
Warren gets it back to Wine. Wine to Ryan. Wine settles. He drives. Can't
5
get
on
anywhere.
The shot clock.
And it just gets out of the hands of Kevin Green. It will be turned over to Schenectady.
Some sloppy offense by both sides here in the first half so far. We've seen lots of turnovers.
And so Fortune back out to Coles, and Coles will bring it up the court.
Schenectady will look to take the lead here. A few lead changes already in this game in the early going.
Gets it back out to Riles. Riles to Jenkins. Jenkins on Leah. Jenkins trying to drive in, trying to out-hustle Leah. Gets it back out to Coles. Coles on Wine with a nice spin move. Gets it out to Riles. Back to Coles and a nice easy bucket. Schenectady is now up by 2.
Great pass by Westbrook on the assist to Coles inside there.
Warren on the outside trying to throw it through too many defenders. Gets picked off and is brought up by Riles. Riles to Coles. Back out to Riles for 3. Can't quite get it. And a nice fight by Mike Wine as he sprints back up the court. Wine tries to drive in. Gets it back out to Green. Ryan gets it to Warren, and a kick looks like on Deshaun Fortune. It will remain here for the Dutchman.
Senior Cesar Fazone checks into the game. Dutchmen look to carry the ball after a couple of turnovers on their past few possessions.
Mike Wine underneath for the Dutchman. Definitely some pretty crucial plays. 2:29 left in the second quarter. And knocked out of bounds by number 33, Elijah Nisbet.
Poor pass by Wine, but he got lucky that Nisbet knocked it out and the Dutch keep possession.
And Fazone gets it to Ryan, and he gets it to Wine. Wine resetting. Trying to drive in at the top of the key. He goes in, gets it back out to Ryan. Ryan gets back out to Green. Green to Fazone.
10 on the shot clock now.
Wine dribbling in. He goes all the way, and it looks like it was a little bit of an airmail pass to Leah. Goes out of bounds, and number 4, Cameron Coles, will take it out for Schenectady.
Yet another turnover for the Dutchmen, and Schenectady will look to continue their lead and have been the better team in these past couple of minutes, really moving the ball and forcing some turnovers.
Coles gets it to Westbrook. Westbrook on the outside, trying to dribble around. Gets it back out to Coles. Coles on Fazone. And Westbrook for 3, and he hits it just like the man from the Thunder. Westbrook with a nice 3.
Yeah, must be the last name, Jason, but that's Westbrook's second on the night, and he's really made his impact on this game. And the Dutch look to respond. This has been a game of runs so far. Gillen jumped out to an 8-0 lead, and then Schenectady responded with 9 points.
Henderson with a nice shot, and he sinks it, brings the lead back down to 3 as it is brought up by Coles. Coles with the ball. Coles on Fazone.
Henderson, one of the leaders of this team, and really taking charge here during this deficit.
And a baseline shot by Riles. He can't quite get it. Knocked out of bounds. Looks like it will remain Schenectady ball.
Schenectady ball underneath here, and this is a Gillen team that's a lot deeper than they were last year. They play a lot more guys and are looking for some bench production that they didn't always have last year.
And it looks like we have a holding foul here. Looks like a scuffle between Antonio Leah and Tyrone Jenkins. And the foul will be on Leah, his first, team's 4th, and it will remain underneath for Schenectady.
Schenectady looking to expand their lead.
Jenkins gets it to the corner, to Westbrook, just misses, but picked up by Jenkins, and he brings it back for Schenectady. The lead.
Second chance points really hurting the Dutch early.
And it looks like a violation on the Dutchman, and it will be back to Schenectady with 57 seconds left.
Yet another turnover for the Dutchman, and Marinopolis enters the game hoping to get a spark and turn this thing around before the teams head to the locker room.
And so Coles with the ball, brings it up the court, trying to figure out a play, gets it back to Coles. Fazone on Coles. Coles drives in, gets it back out to Jenkins. Jenkins behind the arc on Leah, goes for the three, and he sinks it. Another great shot by Jenkins, and the lead for Schenectady goes up to 8.
The Patriots have really been clicking on the offensive side lately. That's, I think, like their 4th field goal in the row, and they extend this lead to 8. The Dutch looking to respond before half and stop the bleeding as they trail 19-27.
Looks like Mike Wine is leaving it to the last shot. As we tick down, we have about 10 seconds left. He gets it to Fazone.
Shot clock turned off.
Fazone tries to drive into Marinopolis. Marinopolis goes baseline and blocked by number 33, Elijah Nisbet, to end the half.
That's a great block by Nisbet, and the Schenectady Patriots up 27-19 over the Gillen Dutchmen at half.
And so a fantastic half by both teams. Schenectady currently with an 8-point lead, 27-19. And we will be back for the second half coverage of this Gillen.